This lady right here who's going to stand is my sister Joan, who came from Canyon, California. The man sitting next to her is her husband George. This is my other sister Carol. Sisters in the Lord, as Dan expressed it. This is Dan and Katrina O'Neill. They have a Coeur d'Alene wellness business. He's a naturopath. My other sister Marilyn, my son Ray, my adopted son Dan, who came all the way from Palm Springs. He's getting tired of hearing that, I know.
It's because it's way more than Napa Valley.
Yeah. And this is Jack, and Clara, and Barbara. And that's Sherry. You all met Sherry. So does everybody? Oh,
She didn't miss you.
Yeah, she said you did her grandson.
Oh, my grandson Trey. Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought I got out.
So when I write spiritual poetry, and when Jan said, wherever Jan is, Jan said you have to read a poem. And since Carlina is part of this family and her birthday, and this poem is about my aunt Carlene, I thought that this would be a good poem to read. And I have to give you a little history. My aunt Carlene and Uncle Kelly never even raised their voice to each other in all the years they were married. At least their kids never heard them do it. And he was in World War II, and he was shot in the spine, and he was told that he would never walk again. He did, and they called him to Korea. And he lost both legs in Korea. And this is about that, and then he passed away 3 years before her, and then she passed away. So I might get a little emotional while I read this, okay? It's called And They Dance. He stood there on 2 good legs, arms open wide. She could feel him, she could hear him. I see you, she cried. She ran to him as fast as her legs could carry her. Their hands met, their lips touched, and their passion began to stir, and they danced. Only 3 years since he left her, and they had been apart, but never, never far from each other's heart. They twirled and they turned together as one, and their dance that ended so sadly had again begun, and they danced. He is so handsome with his dark shiny hair, and hers so red like the rocket's red glare. World War II had taken him away to a faraway land, and she missed him terribly every day. And then came the news he had suffered a wound, and she waited for his return. It couldn't be too soon. He recovered, although he was told he would never walk again, but he was bold, and they danced. In what seemed to be a very short time, he was off to war yet another kind. She waited and waited for his return home when the news came by telephone. Her love was injured in a very tragic way and would need her courage and love every day. He had lost both legs above the knee and returned home to her a double amputee. They became so close and continued in love that you had to feel the blessings from up above. She became the legs that he no longer had, and he was her rock in times good and bad. The years of love and joy they forever shared had been temporarily interrupted when he left her there. She tried, oh God, she tried to continue on with life, but what she really wanted was to still be his wife. When she could no longer face her daily ordeal, she gave up her life and moved on to what she believed to be real. In the solitude of your heart, you hear music and quiet. Smile, breathe deeply, know that there's always another chance. It's Kelly and Carlene upstairs together again, and they dance.